everyone, I'm Saucy Beans. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take you through a very quick and easy omelette recipe which I love to serve to my family. I'm going to start with obviously one egg. So just crack open your egg and then I'm going to just whip it up really nicely here. Just make sure all of the yolk is all mixed up with the white. And give it a really good mix there. That's great. And then I always like to add a little bit of milk, probably like maybe a tablespoon of milk for one egg. I find that when you add milk to omelets, it makes them really nice and fluffy. And I like the texture of the fluffy omelette. So just whip that up in there. And then I always add a little bit of cilantro. It's also called Chinese parsley if you can't find it at the grocery store. So I've pre-chopped that. Add some green onions. I love green onions, chopped green onions, because that adds a nice little kick to your omelette. And then I do like to add a couple of cherry tomatoes, diced cherry tomatoes. I prefer to use cherry tomatoes over just regular hothouse aroma tomatoes. I just find that they're a lot more succulent and they just taste really good. They're very juicy and succulent, so I always have a handful of that on board. So also going to add a little bit of salt. You can also add this at the end if you like, but I like to just put it in while I'm making the omelette mixture. Salt and pepper here.
Go back.
So I do like to add a little bit of cayenne pepper. If you don't like spiciness, then I would just definitely leave that out. But I find it adds a little kick to my omelette. So cayenne pepper is also a really, really great addition to your omelette. I have a frying pan already heated up on my stove with a little bit of vegetable oil. I like to preheat that just so it's ready to go while I'm making the omelette mixture. So we're just going to go over to the stove here. It seems like it's pretty hot, but I also like to just spread the oil around a little bit in the pan just so it doesn't stick, because I find that a lot of times your omelette's really going to stick to the pan. So here we go. We're just gonna pour it all in there. Make sure everything is in the pan. I am gonna turn up my heat. I have it on medium right now, just because I want to cook it really fast. And you just can see the edges. Once you see the edges start getting a little bit solid, I like to just move it around a little bit here. And spread all of your contents just around so it's just all nice and even in there. So that's great. And I'm just turning it up a little bit more just so it can solidify a little faster. And then what I do is I just kind of push the edges out a bit and then get all of the liquid that's in the center of the omelette all along to the edges, just so we can have a nice even edge here, and then it's not too runny. And then I usually just push it around just so it's not sticking to the edges of the pan and also to the bottom, and I just kind of move it a little bit like this just so we can get it all unstuck, because once you have omelette stuck on the bottom of the pan, it's really hard to get it off, and it's kind of annoying. So you just want to keep it moving and just keep shaking it a little bit and just get all of those edges nice and solid like that. I think I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it. Carefully just take it under and flip it over. And you can see that's really nice and brown, so I'm happy with that color. And that's the same kind of color that I'm gonna have on the other side. So I'm just gonna leave it on here for probably about 30 to 40 seconds and just wait till it gets really nice and cooked there, and then I'm gonna just fold it in half. So it's sizzling really nicely. It smells amazing. My mouth is watering as we speak. I'm just gonna flip it over like that, and you can see it's it's nicely flipped over in half and it's really nice and brown. I'll just flip it that way too, just to brown the other side a little bit. And I think that we are pretty much done with this guy. So I'm gonna just plate it here. And voila, our lovely, tasty, so appetizing omelet. If you like what you see and if you want to see more recipes by me, Saucy Beans, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for visiting me again, and I'll see you soon. Bye.